Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Today's video is another Dollar Tree Christmas decor video as promised, and I love it. I love the rustic touches to it. It is really dainty, but at the same time it's really not because of the wood pieces. So I really hope that you enjoy this video and stick around by subscribing to this channel. Once you hit that subscribe button, we instantly become best friends.
Did we just become best friends? Yep!
And please don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know every time I post a video. Let's go ahead and get started. For the first project, I'm going to use the clear Dollar Tree ornaments and some white ribbon. I'm going to replace the string and make a cute little bow. Now this part is completely optional. I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm just tying it how I would if I were to tie my shoe. And then I'm going to trim it down so it's nice and short. For the lace itself, it is super duper easy. I found these lace stickers at Dollar Tree and it is full lace. These are really wide. And since this is a small ornament, they're not going to sit flat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my scissors and all of the areas that are standing up, I'm just going to clip it and then fold it down. So you're going to do this all the way around and it is eventually going to lay completely flat. For the thinner ones, you don't have to do this. They go on really nicely. But for the thicker ones like this and the other one in the pack, you do have to keep working it and clipping little areas. If you have a squeegee, that would be amazing. This one is a lot wider than the other one, and I'm just trying to smooth as much as I can with my fingers, and then I'm going to go ahead and grab my scissors and do the same thing. I know this is kind of boring, but I wanted to show you guys exactly where I clip and how it still ends up looking like nice lace, which is what I was scared of. I thought that clipping it would make it look really, really messy. So when you're done, you have these beautiful and dainty ornaments that look absolutely expensive. I love them. For the next one, I'm going to be using the Dollar Tree tree, which last year I ended up filling up with the garland ties. I have a video on that and I'll link it below. For the base, I actually thought it would be cute to put it in a little Martinelli bottle. I did buy this at Dollar Tree, but if you can't find this, you don't have to use it. I removed all the labels with Goo Gone that I found at Dollar Tree, and I also did keep the cap, and the cap is going to come in handy so that my tree doesn't move around. I'm going to grab my drill bit and put it on a scrap piece of wood and make a hole as close to the center as I can. And if you don't have a drill, you can also just pry one with a screwdriver. Now I put some Dollar Tree string lights inside of the bottle, making sure that the battery pack is on the outside. And now I'm going to add some hot glue to the outside of that so that I can kind of just glue my tree on top. I did go back and add a little bit more glue because it wasn't staying in place. And that battery pack, I just tucked it in the back of the tree and it stayed with no issue at all. Now to decorate, I went really simple. I used the lace ribbon from Dollar Tree and I just wrapped it around the tree. You can go ahead and add ornaments or whatever you'd like to yours, but I wanted to keep everything as simple as possible. For the topper, I used one of my favorite ornaments from Dollar Tree and I actually just smushed it so it looked straight. This is really, really bendable. And then I just added hot glue and placed it on top. I do use this ornament a whole lot in my tutorials because I think it just looks so great. And now my little tree is complete. I think it looks so good. And here the focal point is supposed to be the little light up bottle, which I was really happy with. The next craft is even easier. I'm going to take the candle that I made in my last tutorial with the wood pieces from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to grab that same lace and I'm just going to wrap it around to change the look. I'll leave the link to that video in the description, but this is really easy. I just grabbed the pieces of wood and hot glued them in a row until the entire candle was covered. And in my last video, I added berries to it to fit the theme. I removed the berries and replaced them with the lace for this decor video. As you can see, you can do so many things with this one candle. To continue the lace theme, I'm going to make a little lace tree using this foam from Dollar Tree and also this ribbon from Dollar Tree. This is really easy. Basically, you're just going to grab some hot glue and start at the bottom. You're going to add a tiny little bit and press in. And then you're gonna add some glue. Now at this point, I'm adding glue to the lace itself and then folding, making sure you fold the bottom. Then I add some more glue to the foam, then glue on the lace itself, fold, and then I'm just gonna continue that pattern where I'm adding glue to the foam and then glue onto the lace itself to create little pleats. Now you can do this all the way around without cutting the lace, but for me, I feel like that makes it look a little lopsided. So when I do get to the end of that first row, I do cut and then start on the second row. When I get to the top, I'm gonna grab a little piece of my ribbon and cut it into a little square. I'm also gonna cut the edges off, which have that little bit of wire, and I'm gonna glue this on top just so that you don't see the foam and that you don't have to take your ribbon all the way to the top because that does change the shape. I'm using my scissors to press it down. They do have finger guards, which I do own, but I can never find. But be very, very careful because hot glue is extremely hot. So now I'm gonna finish it off, doing the exact same thing. If you want to add a stand, you can use a Dollar Tree candlestick. I ended up using a tiny little cake plate and flipped it upside down. I did purchase this at Target for $1, but you can use whatever you want or nothing at all. And now for the top, I added another one of those ornaments that I'm obsessed with, doing the same thing, which is squishing it so it looks nice and flat, and then hot gluing it up top. For my next tutorial, I'm going to be using this wine o'clock sign from Dollar Tree. You can use a regular picture frame, and I wanted to remove these letters. Normally I would do that with acetone, but I was out, so I used the glass from this other frame that happened to be the exact same size, and they are both from Dollar Tree. And I added my glass using hot glue. Normally for permanent holds, I would suggest using E6000, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep this design permanently. So I just placed my hot glue in the corners and pressed it in. To create my wood design, I use these wood stems from Dollar Tree, but of course you can always go to your yard and pick up some branches and do the same thing. I used these garden shears and basically just started to cut them into smaller pieces, and some of them will break in the process. That's totally okay. I made sure that my branches were different sizes so that I can really create the Christmas tree effect. So now I'm gonna lay them out on my frame before gluing them down. And this is important because it is really easy to mess this up and have a huge gap in the middle. And surprisingly, hot glue grabs onto this really well. So you wanna make sure that you position everything before securing it down. As I mentioned before, I used hot glue to secure this all in place, but of course you can use E6000 if you have the time to let it dry. And once everything was completely secure, I decided that I wanted to add a nice little detail to the top. I picked up this little puzzle set from Dollar Tree and decided to use the star, which I hot glued in place. Now you can leave it as is, but I decided to add some Dollar Tree twinkle lights, and I added little bits of hot glue to kind of secure it in place. You can do this around the Christmas tree or around the entire frame. It's totally up to you. And that little battery pack, I kind of just kept it tucked away. There was really no way of concealing it, so I just put things behind it. So once everything was completely in place, bam, I had beautiful and affordable Dollar Tree Christmas decor. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section which one is your favorite, and as usual, thank you so much for watching. Till next time.